Hello everybody and welcome to tonight's coverage of the UBN Prospect Series here at Iowa. I'm Jip Quill up here in the booth, and as always, it's a pleasure to bring you guys coverage here of the Universal iRacing Series. And Henry Kalhoff has qualified on pole for tonight's race, barely eking out Wyatt Thompson by basically the same lap time. And Henry Kalhoff must have gotten a couple extra what's the next thing? 10 thousandths on Wyatt Thompson there, because they qualified with the exact same time to iRacing, but that's just rounded to 3 decimals. So it could have been slightly quicker, but Henry Kalhoff once again lining up on pole position, and Wyatt D. Thompson lining up at second. Max Ford, usually a strong runner in this series, lining up third. Carmelo Echeverria, he's in fourth. Kind of a shocker to see him up here. It's loose. I already tried it out for myself today. It's definitely going to be a prevalence of who can save their rear tires off a corner exit, because man, oh man, it snaps. Travis Prather, he's kind of built a salty reputation in the Universal iRacing Series, but we'll see if he can help rekindle it back together over his next couple races. Trent Wilkin, he's in sixth. He's always a strong competitor at almost any short track we go to. Chase S. Smith, don't know much about him. Saw at Eldora. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he does tonight. Aaron Kovnat, he's lining up in 8th in the Kalhoff Dietz Racing, number 56 Ford. So I look forward to seeing what he can do. Usually strong no matter where we go. Jose Aguilar, love seeing this guy out on track. Chase George, your owner of the Universal iRacing Series, he's right here. And yeah, he's rounding out your top 10. So Henry Kalhoff's going to take us to the green flag here in one moment. So here we go, getting ready to drop the green flag for tonight's race and coverage of the Universal iRacing Series for tonight's race. Getting ready to do it. Coming to the 1 to go countdown. Everyone just starting to settle into line and seeing what they can do. You know, this race, it's going to be really technical. Like I said, there's probably going to be some crashes off of turn 2. Is when I tried it out and did my own test driving while I had some free time in the session. It was certainly loose. Hey, don't mean to brag, but I went faster than Wyatt Thompson did in practice. But, you know, still, I mean, it's slick. It's loose. I didn't even feel comfortable driving it whatsoever. And if I don't feel comfortable, I don't think anybody in this field is going to feel comfortable driving it, because I can have a feather foot sometimes, and I feel like I was feathering that thing around with the rear. Anyway, Henry Kalhoff is now this time going to lead us to the green flag. Don't know if this is his first career pole, but definitely a strong statement to the beginning of this race. We got 100 laps here tonight. It's 8:09 p.m. right now. We don't know where we're going to end. Green flag is out at Iowa. Strong start for Max Ford right behind Henry Kalhoff. It's Wyatt D. Thompson on that outside lane trying to sneak around the 11 Toyota, and there's already a crash. Trevor Huff slid up towards the wall, I think, but he saved it, and we keep it going. Green flag waving. Coming to lap 2. Already getting a little squirrely. See one in the outside wall. It's Aaron Kovnat. Everything falling apart for that 56 truck at the moment. It's very loose as Henry Kalhoff extends his lead at the moment. Wyatt Thompson trying to get hot on his heels, but there's 2 tenths separating the two, and we're only coming to lap 3. This new Iowa track is so cool to watch racing, and Max Ford gets turned off the front end of Travis Prather, I believe. He keeps it going. Many cars have to check up, and Max Ford is not going to be happy with that. Got turned from a solid position, and now he is falling back to the 7th position. Right on the outside of Chase George, who's trying to sneak in for 7th, as Max Ford is forced to take the very outside lane as he's trying to make momentum back. Just a hornet's nest back here in the midfield. Look at this. Chase George trying to dive one down there on Max Ford. Got some side-by-side racing in front of them. I believe that's Trenton Wilkin. Trenton Wilkin up there in the 60. There's Chase S. Smith down there on the bottom. trying to get something to work. That outside lane may be the preferred passing lane for tonight's race. You can already see Max Ford a little impatient, trying to get back to where he was, but I don't know. I just feel like tonight it would be a much better idea. Kind of just maintained. If you already lost position, what you should do is you should probably just try and save your tires. That's all you can do. Is he's not doing that. He's trying to take him 3 wide, and he is going to take him 3 wide on the top, and this one is for 5th. Diving it down into 3, almost contact with the 99 and 60. They're racing tight door to door, and Max Ford clears for the top 5 spot. So Ford's not wasting any time. Disregard what I said, but now's the time where you kind of got to settle in. You already lost some spots. You don't want to burn up your rear tires even more after scrubbing them with the slide. You don't want to do any more damage to the tires. So you got to be careful now. And there's still some side-by-side racing. Cam Barnes just eking out in front at the moment of Jose Aguilar. And Tyler Helms, a frequent runner in the trucks, he is struggling today. He's in P11. Might have had an EOL start or something. I'm unsure. I did not read the penalty report. But that, in a nutshell, has been him so far, and we're on lap number 8 right now. Henry Cowhoff, like I said, pulling away to a gap, getting his position away from 3rd place, keeping in tow with Wyatt Thompson. As Carmelo's falling off the pace, Travis Prather back to 2.5, Ford 3. So Cowhoff at the moment, best lap times on track. Makes you wonder if he's got to slow his roll, maybe take out the pace a little bit. Thompson's got a little bit of experience with his track and car combo there with the college series. So maybe he knows what he's doing a little bit better, and he's just trying to enact that into this race. Save the rear tires for later. So we get a little bit of cloud coverage here. Could help out with the grip a little bit temporarily, but don't expect this to stay there for long. Many cars are just going all over the place. Got a battle for 9th. Once again, heating up. Trenton Wilkin getting passed on the inside by Cam Barnes. Well, it looked like he was really slow through the center. It makes you wonder if he is just trying to save his tires or what's going on. Slight contact. Colby Duckworth shoving another truck up the track. Looked like Jose Aguilar, and Huff is trying to get back to 12 to make his way back up after lap 1 troubles. Some tough racing here. It's hard racing. Yeah, Thompson's falling off the pace from Cowhoff, and makes you wonder what the strategy is there on the 77. We're only 13 laps in. There's no need to panic yet. Just settling into your runs. Max Ford coming back to Travis Prather. Got Chase Smith in tow of them two. What happens if these two make contact in front of you? Going into turn 1. Ford trying to wrap around the outside, putting tires on the edge of the black. Big run out of turn 2, and he's out of the groove. Has to back off the throttle, and Chase Smith tries to capitalize. Goes to the bottom, Prather follows. Out of turn 4, Ford got the advantage, got the run over Travis Prather. Looked to send one down the inside. Fakes out, goes back top, and still wrapping that tire just around the edge of the black, the new repave surface. So Max Ford's got to run on that outside. Prather not giving up, blocking him, trying to keep him behind him. Ford tries the outside once more. Prather still down low, and Ford is on the outside this time. Gonna have the better run in. Makes you wonder what he can do here if he can get past out of turn 2. Here he comes. Whoa! Contact again! Ford has to save it once more, and that's the second time he's come across the front bumper of the 41. And here comes Chase George to take some position. And even George is knocking Ford out of the groove. He's got no grip on that outside lane. It's a freight train from here. Here comes Tyler Helms down on his inside. Once again, contact from the two cars. Gotta go look back at that. Yeah, right here, they come out of turn number 2. Ford's trying to get a clear on Prather and comes down a little bit. And Prather isn't going down the track and just got into each other. Anyway, Cal Hoff in the lead, extending his gap out once more, almost to a second. But like I said, it's a hornet's nest mid-run here. Coming to lap 20, we're 3 wide, 4 7th for 6th. Here we go, shoving in the outside lane. Chase George forced a little out of the group. Max Ford has to take him 3 wide, and Helms is going to have to dive down to the bottom. George wrapping that top beautifully to get a run out of turn number 2. Ford, Chase George, a little bit of contact. Out of turn 2, coming into 3, it's Helms giving a shove, and whoa, there's smoke. There's smoke up ahead. The 17 at Nicholas Road has blown up. Engine has expired on that 17 truck, and it looks like the tow is out on that left front. Has to be some sort of damage. Whoa! Ford making door-to-door contact with Chase George. Cam Barnes trying to get a piece of this. Ford's tires are begging for mercy right now with how much they've been punished with the slides, and we're trying to go 3 wide mid-pack. Ford forced out to the very outside. George trying to keep it in the middle. A little bit of contact. They're getting wiggly with each other. Here comes Trevor Huff trying to take one down on the bottom. Ford, Barnes, side by side, almost made contact, and Huff is trying to work his way back up through the field. Still green flag running. It's a shocker to see in the Universal iRacing Series, but this has brought the action here at Iowa especially. See the tire strategy unfolding before us. Still out of turn 2, Max Ford still side by side with Cam Barnes. If his tires weren't destroyed, it might be a conversation to be had whether he'd be further up right now. But watch out, these two have had trouble twice already. Makes you wonder if Ford's going to repay back the favor. The favor looked like he wanted to send one in there on the bumper. Here we go, out of turn 4. Huff trying to get a run down on the bottom, saving a little bit of tire to maybe make a run towards the front by the end of this run. Ford, Prather, bumper to bumper. Huff, Barnes a little bit more separated. Ford is just trying to peek for any gap he can get. Huff is trying to get past Travis Prather, and here we come. Huff makes a 2-for-1 move. Ford down to the bottom. Slide job up in front of Prather, and he makes it stick. Gives him a little bit of a nudge and says, "See you later, I want to go." You have to see if Prather's done with that yet. Don't know. Huff making a move to the inside. Gets it to stick. So Cal Hoff a second ahead of Wyatt Thompson, but Thompson started pulling back the line. He's trying to reel in a fish here. Cal Hoff's the fish and Thompson's the fisherman. Because, man, he's closing that gap pretty rapid. About a 10th a lap at the moment as it sticks. So like I predicted, Wyatt Thompson was indeed saving his tires, trying to back off and save some tire for the late run. These two are the only two up front within around a 5-second radius. Everyone else, nowhere to be seen. So Kalhoff is out in front. Makes you wonder if he's been being light with the pedal as well, like Thompson, or if it's been some sort of occurrence that Thompson just magically started pulling. Like now, Henry Kalhoff is pulling away from Wyatt Thompson a little bit. So it makes you wonder if this track can be pushed on with this car at all. You just got to keep the tire temps down, because that's what it seems like. As soon as you push, it just seems like you immediately have to cool. Battle for ninth. Prather and George. They're right next to each other. Got a 4-car pack here. Close to 6. Whoa! Contact! Chase George makes contact with Travis Prather. Has to check up. Noah Nicholson get to the back bumper of Chase George, and they're going 3 wide into turn 1 and almost making contact back there in 12th. Hoppy had to back out of that one to not make any contact or get into trouble. Trouble once again. Chase George hard into the outside wall, rear end first, and Chase George is in the barrier, and it seems like that one is a hard collision. Got to see if he can get that damage fixed, but big hit into the outside wall on the outside. Caution comes out on lap 33. We're going to get a restart. So hard hit for Chase George. We're going to come down pit road for some pit cycles. Henry Kalhoff leads him down after a great first stint for that number 57 Kalhoff Teach Racing FTN truck. Had a very good first stage. Here they come to pit road. Ooh, okay, I was going to say. Looked like a lot of boxes, but afraid not. Because he's the second box on pit road. Though he qualified on pole, I guess they leave the first box vacant. Here comes everyone. It's a rush of trucks, and Henry Kalhoff off pit road first. Carmel Echeverria is third. Chase S. Smith fourth, and Tyler Helms fifth off of pit road. It's been an exciting night so far. I've had fun. Hope you guys are too. Tell you what, it's been pretty action-packed. I expect nothing less than this second part of the race here. So obviously, Cup and Contender only get stages. The Truck Series does not, and that's just because this is a developmental series. This isn't meant to be. This is a first look into what you're getting yourself into for Contender, for example. So it's a start-to-finish race, and the only way we stop this race is if we bring out a caution. And we got caution on lap 35, as I think some of these guys were starting to think about strategy, maybe a one-stop strategy, depending on how the fuel load was. But I think Kalhoff learned a lot from that first run. Thompson probably learned a lot from that first run. Max Ford, he's hoping for a lot better this run after I don't know how many near spins. Those tires got chewed up, and he had a terrible time back there. Anyway, about to go back green. About to go back green. Pace truck looking to make a turn to pit road here in a moment. But man, I'm excited to see how this restart goes. Got a couple of these guys up here looking for some wins. Henry Kalhoff, I know he wants to get another one. Here we go. Pace truck coming down pit road. Kalhoff's going to put us in the restart zone right here. Let's get racing back at Iowa. We're back for restart number 1. Massive jump for the 57 of Kalhoff as they all scurry into turn 1. It's a sausage fest for the midfield. Whoa! Chase George, a little wiggle right there with Trevor Huff. Get those two confused. Same team, different drivers. Huff almost about lost it right there. Big wiggle on that 0-0. And Ford's trying to claim his way back in. Big wreck in the back. And that one is Jared Green. Big hit for the 98. Car looks demolished. Let's look at it happen. Lap 1 restart. Here we go, coming out of corner exit. Oh, gets loose. Big hit in the outside wall, and Jose Aguilar, unfortunate, nowhere to go and involved in that one, and caution flies on lap 39. He's done for the day. So once again, under caution here on lap number 40, had an incident involving Jared Green on lap 39, and Wyatt Thompson and Henry Kalhoff, as they have the entire race, make up the front row. Tyler Helms working his way from the rear now to the front. He's in third. He's one to watch right now. He could steal this thing very well with how many laps are left. Carmelo Echeverry, he's been in the front, never been a contender, but been in the front nonetheless. Chase Smith, he started around the 7th spot, and now he's moved up to a top 5 position. Max Ford still trying to find his bearings, and Trevor Huff, after a lap 1 incident, he's trying to come back too, to the front. It's going to be no pit stop cycles this time by. A little bit of damage repair there for Jose Aguilar, as that front end got absolutely smoked in, and Kovnat had to come down too to get some damage repair as well. So we're going to see what these two managed to do in their next run. Looks like Jose Aguilar still got a little bit of front end damage nonetheless, but should be able to get at least something to roll. Can't wait to see this one. So, pace lights are still on the pace truck. Unsure of this delay, but Chase George coming out of pit road, he must have had to take some damage repair due to the incident he had that brought out our first caution of the day. You can still see it on that rear end, a little bit squished out to the side right there, but it shouldn't be too impactful. Gonna go on board with Kalhoff here under caution for a moment. Here we go. Coming back to the green. Let's get ready to roll for this one. Henry Kelhoff looking to get another rocket ship restart like he did last time. Thompson maybe can gauge it a little bit better this time. But Tyler Helms looking hungry as usual. And that number 1 Chevrolet or Toyota. Here we go. Coming to the caution, and green flag is back out at Iowa for restart number 2 of this race. Whoa. Helms got a really good restart, shoved Thompson to that outside lane, and Smith trying to capitalize down on the bottom on this restart. But don't count out Huff as he's trying to come to the bottom and sneak up on the rest of this pack and steal something from behind. Echeverria, a little bit of a squeeze. Smith goes all the way down to the bottom of the track. Huff's going to go middle, now back down low, right on the bumper of Smith. Still door to door, trying to make something work on the second lap of this restart, and Kelhoff has pulled away, and Helms is already into his tire saving duty, and they're 3 wide for 4th, and it's tough all the way on the bottom, making it stick. Now that was tough. And to the bottom, gets into the quarter panel of 77. They're rubbing each other. Huff wants to go to the front. He takes 3rd, as there's almost a little bit of a hook right there from the 77. Into 3, and Thompson isn't happy. He's trying to push Huff out of the way. Tried to hook him down the backstretch and sends him into turn 3. Might be something that officials want to look at and maybe tell the 77 to calm down a little bit. That could have gotten nasty quick. Huff now proceeding to get bullied. Now they're 3 wide. Smith loses in front of the pack, and man, cautions out. Multiple cars coming in behind him. Jose Aguilar, he's already having a bad time after that incident, and Trent Wilkin got involved in that one. Oh. Let's go back and see what happened to Jose Aguilar. Chase S. Smith just got down on the bottom, came out of 4 and got loose, and see what happened further back with Wilkin and all them. Oh, he got nailed by Aguilar. Well, that brings out the caution on lap 48. So once again, we're under caution here on lap number 50. Henry Kelhoff, we're at the halfway point. Henry Kelhoff has led every lap up to this point. He now has led the most laps in this race and will until the end. So Henry Kelhoff, congratulations, you've led the most laps tonight. Got to finish it now, though. Tyler Helms with a rocket ship restart last time. Got in front of Wyatt Thompson after a little bit of contact. But nonetheless, it allowed him to get into that second position. And we saw what happened with Huff and Thompson, and Thompson wasn't very happy with Huff getting around him and tried to look like a little bit of a hook job on the front stretch and or on the back stretch, and then went into turn 3 and got into his rear bumper. So makes you wonder how Huff's now feeling for the rest of this race. Still, we're under caution, not going green anytime soon, as usual. Making us sit out here and talk about nothing for who knows how long when there's absolutely nothing happening in the pits. Maybe Chase George. Of course, it's Chase George. Well, under caution for the 3rd time tonight. Came in succession with what seems to be the other two cautions, had a 35 lap green flag run to start this race, and doesn't seem like a lot of these guys can find their same marks again. Chase Smith caused the caution last time around, got a little bit of loose out of turn 4, and round he went. As that seems to happen or be a frequent occurrence here with this setup in the truck here at Iowa. It's really loose off corner exit. It's touchy. And that's what makes it so driver selective, is you need to have the proper skill set to manage that. And Henry's had that almost all day up until this point, and especially on that green flag run. Thompson had a moment of where we thought, man, he could run him down, but Calhoff reeled it back in and started pulling away again. Can he do it this time? If we give him we go green, I wonder if he can do it this time and go the distance on tires and make it to the finish and get a UIS win. Pace truck's gonna be coming in this lap. Tyler Helms, he jumped into second on that last restart. Now he's looking to start in the outside lane and try and get something to roll with Trevor Huff right behind him, and Thompson down on the bottom for third. He's looking for a rocket ship restart at the moment, and Ford trying to pick up his bearings once again. So Cal Huff, after the pace truck pulls off, let's get back to the restart zone at Iowa, and here we go, green flag back out, and it's Cal Huff with an amazing jump. It's Helms on that outside with a better jump than Wyatt Thompson, and Trevor Huff is trying to get around Thompson right now. To the outside, gets around Thompson, Huff's into third, trying to go for second on the bottom of Helms. Now he's on the bottom, and Helms runs the top, trying to get something to roll, and it seems like there's a better runoff for Trevor Huff with a wiggle on the one. This battling is allowing Henry Calhoff to get the short run speed he needs right now to pull away from these guys a little bit, but Helms is trying to show Huff a little bit of muscle, and he gets past him, going into 3, and Thompson sends one down to the bottom on Huff to try and get around him. Gets a little loose down there on the bottom. Huff better drive off. Gonna set it down here. Side by side into turn number 3. Thompson looking for it again, but that outside lane in 3 and 4 just so superior. But he pushed Huff out of the black a little bit. The black area is so crucial. Stay in. He's rubbing up on Huff, getting into the door of that 00 and trying to get right next to him. Ooh, you got to stay in the black. Once you get out of that, there's no grip. That repaved surface is just full of grip, and once you step outside of that, it's danger. So when you see guys do that on the exit of corners, gotta be really careful. And Thompson pushes Huff wide on the entry of turn 1. This guy does not like Huff. Trevor Huff now settling back in a line, trying to gauge what he can do as Helms is trying to make a run towards the front. Cal Huff still faster that last lap. Coming to lap 59, past halfway. This race has not disappointed whatsoever. Full of action. There's battles everywhere. A little bit single file out at the moment, but that could sure change any moment. Here we go. Max Ford to the bottom, clears Huff with a minor slide job, and Ford out of turn 2 gets crossed up by the 0, and it's going to be Huff and Ford side by side to turn 3. Turn 3, trying to get one down low. It's Ford up to the top. So superior. Huff trying to find something to stick down there and on the bottom. Finding nada at the moment. Getting a little bit loose. You can see the rear end of that 00 is so loose. So as we wind down the laps, lap number 60, right now Henry Calhoff leading with a 7/10 gap. Wyatt Thompson trying to run down Tyler Helms at the moment, and it's Max Ford getting past Trevor Huff with him trying to battle back, and Carmelo Echeverria a little bit out of the groove right there in the 6th spot. Cobnott, he's come through, he's back, they went 3 wide briefly, and now Cobnott coming back on the bottom. He wants a piece of this action, and he's trying to get past Prather at the moment. Down into 1 and 2 with the clear. Now Cam Barnes trying to battle down on the bottom of the 41. Prather got loose off. That allowed Cam Barnes to try and go for a 2-for-1 here. Running that bottom good, making slight contact. Contact out of turn 4. Still side-by-side racing to turn 1. Trying to stick a nose up there right now, and you can just see how loose these trucks are here at Iowa. Barnes trying to make something roll, but just can't figure it out. Getting loose. Looks like he wants to get in. Chase George in the back a little bit. Squirrely in the 6. Back up to the front. Got a race on for third. It's Helms and Thompson. Trying to duke it out at the moment. Thompson wants to try and reclaim his second spot over Tyler Helms, but Tyler Helms wants to get another Truck Series win. Bumper to bumper, not really making any moves at the moment. Little battle further back here. Smith trying to get around Cobnott. Whoa, getting loose out of turn 4. Back bumper all over. That's Cobnott. Oh, you just see how loose it is. Diving one down low, trying to make one stick. He's getting closer and closer, inching lap by lap. Henry Kalhoff still the fastest truck on track, now second fastest truck on track. Trying to extend that gap now to a 1-3 on his competition. Coming up on 33 to go. Or it is currently 33 to go. Coming up on 32 to go. Off trying to get past Ford now. Trying to get one done. Trevor Huff looks like he's got that truck now under more control as he's just trying to roll into the center and get to the back bumper of Max Ford. Here we go. Ford a little bit out of the groove. Looked like he got a bit tight off corner exit, and Huff is all over it. Rolling through 1 and 2. Huff now trying to get to the back end, and Ford's getting out of the groove every time off corner exit, allowing Huff to reel him in closer and closer lap by lap. Let's see what he does this time. Looks like he's going wide. Huff just able to run that better lane. The tires are going to stick on to that 00 better later on. So how does Ford play defense here as we're missing a crazy battle behind? It's a 3-car battle for what seems to be 6th. Side by side, Chase Smith, he was a spinner earlier that brought out a caution. Running that exact same bottom. They get into line now. Wonder how long it'll be for. Getting on the bumper a little bit of that 70. Going to the top. Look at the run he got off of turn 4. He's going to have a shot down the straightaway. Stays in line. Huff now all over the back bumper of Max Ford. He's trying to look for something. We've kind of ignored the topic, but Henry Kalhoff has pulled out his gap to a 1.5 second gap with lap traffic right now. Travis Prather may have the fresher tires and holding him up slightly, but Kalhoff wants to get past quick and easy. Got a pass. Kovnat over Carmelo Echeverria, trying to slide up in the line. Not quite able to do it. Now he does. Carmelo crosses him over. They roar towards turn 1. Trying to make it stick down on the bottom. Kovnat rolling top. Got a little bit of something, but Kovnat's clear. Carmelo trying to get to the back bumper, the 56 out of turn 4. Kovnat with position number 8. And he's into the wall a little bit. Squirrely down the front stretch. That lack of grip showing up apparent, even on the straightaway. Thompson trying to make another run at Tyler Helms. Here he comes on the top. Helms is getting a little loose. You can see the right rear's fading. Got a little bit out of the groove, allowed Thompson to close the gap even further. Now using the far outside, Helms inside. Which lane prevails? And Thompson has got a run down the back out of turn 2. Trying to make something work on the 1. Whoa! Tyler Helms loose! Got out of the throttle, allows Thompson to sneak into 3rd. Henry Kalhoff now has a feisty bull trying to come up to him. So Tyler Helms got loose out of turn number 4, allowed the 77 of Wyatt Thompson to sneak past. And you can just see the fade on the number 1. And Thompson seems like he's not gaining much on that 57 of Kalhoff. So Kalhoff in the moment at the lead to a 1.6, now 1.67 gap, back down 1.5. Got a battle for 6. It's Huff. Huff and Chase S. Smith. Smith wrapping the bottom. Huff not able to hold on. Looks like he's struggling with the tire rubber. Faded away from Max Ford, and now Smith now hot on the heels of that 0-0, and he wants to make a pass for 5th to get himself up into the top 5. Smith down to the bottom, trying to reel it in and get a move for 5th. He's got a great exit right here on Huff. He's got a nose out in front as they roar towards turn 1. He's just able to send that car into the corner much better and make it stick mid-center and just has better drive off on exit. But Huff right there is not going away, but the advantage is still to the 18 as they go into 3, and I think Smith's got him this time. Out of turn 4 with the clearance, and it's Smith, and Huff now gets behind and pushes Smith as he's in 5th. Chase Smith goes to 5th. So now Wyatt Thompson has started to pick up the pace, and he's reeling in the 57 of Kalhoff slowly but surely. Right now, about 3/10 a pickup since we last spoke about the gap. So Kalhoff may be falling off a little bit, but still, with not many laps to go, you got to get going up in a hurry if you want to go contend for a win at Iowa. As look at the send from the 77. He's trying to push that thing into the corner and is not making it stick because Kalhoff is still the fastest truck on track. Could he be the first driver, I believe, in UIS to lead a race from start to finish? No mistakes? Other than a road course, I don't think that's been done on an oval. There's always been some sort of pit strategy that prevented that from happening. But we're witnessing something remarkable here as we can see Henry Kalhoff go from flag to flag and not give up a single position. Be the first time I've ever seen it. I think the most laps led ever on an oval either came from the Logan Brink era of Season 2, I believe, with the Gen 6 when he dominated every race, or it came from the Season 3 Cup Classic Championship, which I think it was me bleeding 92 out of 100 at Texas. And this guy is already about to surpass that, and he hasn't even finished all the laps. The highest I remember was 92 out of 100 that I looked at. But Kalhoff, from another driver to another, it's incredible when you can go out there and lead flag to flag. Yep, that gap going nowhere. Got a battle. P9. Wilkin trying to make that bottom roll. Got it on Carmelo, and he's should be clear here. Carmelo crosses him over. Down the front stretch, just blocking. Ooh, he can't do that so late in the race. I mean, you can, but man, for 9, is it worth it? And Kalhoff still pulling away with 10 to go. Caution! Caution's out. Called it. Aggressive moves late in the race. And that's the product. What happened? Cam Barnes. See what happened here. Off of turn 2. Gets loose already. Cobb not coming in. Down to the bottom. Barnes out of turn 4. No contact yet. And turn 1. Barnes just trying to find a lane, and oh, they almost make contact, and they do make contact, and it turns Barnes down to the inside barrier, and he makes a little bit of contact. Caution will fly, and we're going to see some short run strategy. Who does what? You have to come down for tires, but do you dare taking a right side in the truck? Led the most laps today. Henry Kalhoff has now put in a new record for the moment, I think, for the truck series for the most laps led in a race. Or the percentage at least. And he's led 92 out of the 100 so far. And that ties it. If he can get the run off of pit road here, he could beat that entirely and have it to his own. But no, there's some spoiler strategy. There's Huff, there's Helms, and Ford. No, it was Ford. They take 2. So he spoils the Kalhoff day. It's like Denny Hamlin. I wouldn't say that too quick, though. It's the truck, after all. 4 tires can reign supreme compared to 2. And on a track where it's so slick and loose, it makes you question why to take the 2. Oh, there might be a disaster up in the front. Those 2 tires might not hold on, as it's super important to have the left sides on a really loose setup like this. Kalhoff's in great position, but it makes you wonder how much time he's got left. Are they going to wreck off the start? Is he going to be able to go from flag to flag and pick something up? I don't know. So at the moment, Kalhoff out of the lead, and it's Ford put in the proverbial position, and it's Huff out of nowhere. He wants to come for second, and Trenton Wilkin wants a shot at this too. And Chase George, a little bit of an early race wreckage, and he wants to play some strategy as well. And it's coming down to the wire. You got to do what you can do to get some strategy here. And Thompson actually beat Kalhoff out of pit road. Whether that was on a right side tire strategy or what, don't know how long his last pit stop took. Let's see here. Pull it up on your screens. Driver info. So he had a 14.3 pit stop. That's 4 right side. That's 4 tires. Then we go to Kowhoff. That's 4 tires. These guys are in the 10s. That's 2 right sides. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Here we go. Lap 95 coming in 96. It's going to be a 5 to go restart in the Universal Broadcasting Network Prospect Series here at Iowa. Who's going to claim victory tonight? Stick around, find out. It's just 5 laps left. Can't take up much of your time. Pace truck nearing the pit road entrance, and Max Ford wants to get this race restarted, and he's hoping for a rocket ship jump here, as here we go towards the restart zone, and it's Max Ford entering the restart zone. Green flag. Huff, not quite the jump he wanted, spinning the tires, and Wilkin right in front of him. Here comes 4 tires though. Thompson already there, and it's already spoiling away for Kowhoff. Thompson on the 4 fresh tires. He wants to come in. Thompson now running the bottom. There's a caution. Caution's out. It's Chase Smith in the back. Up against the wall. Told you how much time there is left, and your dominant leader of the day, Henry Kowhoff, is in 7th. So those guys are pitting, I presume, to get some repairs, and we're going to have overtime. Overtime number 1 for tonight's race at Iowa. It's been a classic already. Just makes you wonder if Kowhoff can somehow find his way to the front so deep in the field. It's depressing to see this man lead all those laps, be perfect, have incredible tire-saving strategy, have incredible strategy in general, and it's just falling from his hands with a late race strategy. But Wyatt Thompson, he's in the seat right now. He's where you want to be. He has the biggest shot to win this race, I think, right now. Max Ford's going to need some sort of miracle, and Trevor Huff, I don't think he'll nearly have the jump unless he makes it happen. It's going to be tough here. It's going to be a tough race to the finish. Gonna put you on an onboard for now to wait until we get back on green. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green. Here comes Max Ford in the restart zone for the green-white checker number 1. It's going to end it. Ford coming towards the restart zone. Let's get green-white checker number 1 underway. Green flag and major jump for Ford. Thompson on those 4 fresh tires. He's looking in already, and he's got a great shot at this. Here we go. 4 versus 2. Ford blocks. Thompson down to the bottom. Thompson goes middle, and he shuffles him out of the lane. Here comes Cowhoff. Tyler Helms, though, wants to get into it. White flag waving, and this one's going to be official. Ford out in front. It's Helms right behind him. Thompson round the outside. Gets out of the groove. He's loose, and Ford is too, but here comes Tyler Helms on the bottom. Into turn 3. Last gas send. And out of turn number 4. Tyler Helms is going to steal this one at Iowa. He wins in the cornfields of Iowa. Ford around across the line, and Tyler Helms is your victor, leading a total of 1 lap, and that's the final lap. Unbelievable. Tyler Helms does it again and picks up another win. After Auto Club, he comes in and dominates Auto Club. Well, I'm not going to say dominates, but comes in here and dominates the short run late, that's for certain. Thompson came up just short, and Cowhoff was in the picture for a moment, but it snatched away from his grasp so late. As we wait for our 3rd place finisher, we're going to bring in Max. Oh, never mind. He just joined. Hey, Wyatt Thompson. Welcome to Booth Gagabi.
Yes, sir, I do.
Hello. All right. Well, you played a good strategy there, taking the 4 tires, but just seems like on that white flag lap, you came up short. What more could you have done?
I think I could have gotten better track position that whole race. I was just stuck it felt like a next gen. You just get stuck behind a truck in front by a whole second. I mean, you saw I had a 3 second gap behind with them fighting, and I just had nothing for Henry after saving all run, and I just had better tires, and it didn't matter. And then once everyone got on 2 tires, I knew we were gonna get through him, but it's nothing bad on Max, but he just blocked to defend his position, and he just straight up parked it going into 3 on 2 tires, so that just kinda messed me up. I had a bit of contact with Trevor. I think there's, like, half a truck width the net code. But, I mean, I'm happy to come out of that with a P3, at least a podium. I think I should have won that, but going on to next week.
Well, speaking of winning, what do you think your shots are for next week?
What is next week?
I have no clue, dude.
Me neither.
Let me look.
Probably pretty good.
Texas. Texas is next week.
Is it Chase
Texas?
George? Oh yeah, it's Texas. Yeah. So yeah, you're going to Texas next week. So, yeah. So how do you feel?
I feel pretty okay at Texas. I definitely don't think I'll have winning pace, but as usual, I think I'll have at least top 5 pace, if not podium pace. It just kind of depends on where everyone else shows up that night. I think that I'm pretty good. If I get the lead, I can manage the air pretty well. So it just kind of depends.
Yeah. Give your shout outs and get out of here.
Appreciate Tyler for trying to work with me that race, and Frost Motorsports for giving me the truck.
Yep, scram.
And you for streaming.
Yep, scram. Anyway, all right. So let's get him out of here. Next up, we got what's his name? How can I not remember his name? I got a nipple twister right now. Anyway, Max Ford. Yep, that's the man. All right. Max Ford. Welcome to the booth. Yeah, Gabby.
No.
Okay. We're gonna bring your race winner Tyler Helms in the booth now. We're gonna get him an interview. So Tyler, you get your ass.
What's
back.
happening?
So welcome to Victory Lane. You pick up career win whatever right now, and man, you led 1 lap, and it's the last lap. How do you feel?
Well, I feel incredible. I mean, I started last, and well, I made it to the front. I mean, very easily. I guess people were just slow, and like I had my right sides were better than Wyatt's and Max's, and they were at the front the entire time, and I had to drive through the whole field, so I knew I was good that way. And then I thought I could compete with Henry, but when you get within 5/10, it just plowed with dirty air for some reason, so that sucked. And well, I lost spot to Wyatt, and we pitted at the end, and we took 4 tires. I don't know why anybody would ever take 2 tires after a 50-lap run at Iowa.
Ford? I mean, hey, it worked for Max Ford.
It did work for Max Ford. And then on the restart, he counted me down the first time, and we gained a few spots. I would have had easily second place locked if it stayed green. It didn't. We had a caution, and then Max Ford decided to not count me down the next time. So I was kind of just like, I wanted to work with them.
He's not going to count you down on a green-white checkered, Tyler.
I'm in 5th, bro. I don't care. We're teammates,
buddy.
I guess I'll remember that later in the season.
Oh.
But well, and then we go into 1, and I was gonna try to send it on Wyatt. My goal, because with Max helped me win at Auto Club, he sent it on Connor, and I tried sending it on Wyatt into 3, but Wyatt made a crazy move to the bottom, and then Max blocked it. And then Max tried blocking me into 1, then he plowed, and then I had to reassure him, don't do anything dumb, because I know how Max Ford drives, and he would have doored me and lost the team the race. So, that didn't happen. We won, burned it down, Kurt bushed it. Back-to-back wins, won a cup race last Saturday, so that's 3 of my technically last 4 races I've run in this league have been a win. And I could have won Phoenix if I didn't get wrecked on Saturday. But that was it was a pretty solid day, pretty fun day. Everybody was complaining about the track, and I hate when people complain. Hey, Iowa. Iowa's awesome. The track is amazing. If you can't drive it, you just suck.
All right, well, it's like you said, you won technically your last 3 out of 4 races. Is your winning era here?
I don't know if I'm the track merchant, so maybe I'll get a couple more in Cup this season. trucks for sure. I want to win at least 5 or 6 races this season, maybe 7, hopefully. I feel like I can get that. I feel like I can get there just based off the tracks that are there. So I mean, I guess we can. I guess we'll see. But back to back is definitely good. Obviously, I haven't had the dominant performances like I've had 2 seasons ago in trucks. Whenever I won, I think it was 5 or 6 races. I think it was 5 races. I haven't had the dominant performances like that just yet. But I think they're coming. We've definitely had pace the last few races, and I mean, kind of strategy our way to the front and to win these races. So, just gotta thank Chase George and Max. Get out. I gotta thank Chase George and Max Ford, team owner, Tricon Garage, mostly everybody at Canadian Motorsports as well for being allied. Yeah, there's a couple, maybe one. We know who that is. Chase George, all the admins, you for streaming. Gotta thank Wyatt for working with me this race, Trevor for working with us, and then just all the guys at High Motorsports as well for endurance racing. And Saturday we got what do we got Saturday? We got Auto Club Saturday and we got Daytona 24 Saturday. So we got a long weekend ahead of us.
All right, Tyler Helms, you're a P1 finisher. Get the hell out of here. Now, to wrap up the interviews for the night, after Max Ford neglected his post-race interviews, we're going to get him up here now. Hey, Max Fourth.
I got a copy this time.
Yep, okay. Good to know. All right, you come home P2 today on a crazy 2-tire strategy. Man, what made you have the balls to do that after a long run at Iowa?
Well, first of all, I gotta say, Travis Prather, you are an idiot. That's just, first of all, you need to retire. Like, your car really says it all for you. But, honestly, that first run, what was it, like 40 laps, 30 laps, something like
35.
that? First run, yeah, my tires were at 95 on the left, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking lefts, or just taking rights. If there was a caution within, like, 10 to go, 15 to go. And honestly, it would have worked if we didn't get that caution that sent us to overtime. And honestly, it probably would have worked if I didn't get loose exit 2 in the final lap. Because I got damaged from when Wyatt hit me entering 3 coming to the white. Because he barely hit me. And I think that gave me damage on my right rear, and it just made me loose overall. So then exited 2, I was just driving it. And then I just couldn't hold off Tyler, but it's still a good 1-2 finish for our team with me and Tyler, but point standing wise, it's not really great.
So are you bringing women to the dorm tonight to celebrate this win, Tyler Helms style?
I have a girlfriend, so I
Oh,
cannot.
not win. Second place finish. My bad. My apologies.
I'll see my girlfriend Wednesday and Thursday, if that counts.
Sweet. All right. Well, take it Pound Town. Have a good night. And yeah. See you later.
Yep, you too.
Anyway, let's get this live stream ended, and I'm ready to go to bed. So, yeah. Once again, this coverage brought to you by the Universal Broadcasting Network, and I'm Jake Quilpin here in the booth tonight. I actually really enjoyed this race, and that's shocking because I usually hate commentating half the time sometimes. But today's race was actually fun, and I was engaged for 80% of the race, those 20% being the cautions. But yeah, once again, so long, and I had fun tonight, and yeah, hope to be doing this again. So, see y'all later. Have a good night.